Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in a Sand, and this is chapter 2 of Small Miracles, Releasing Guilt and Shame, or Shame and Guilt. And what I wanted to talk to you today about was just coming on to a new formation, a new way of thinking, a new set of beliefs that say, in my childhood, I might have been shamed. I might have been bullied. I might have been pushed around by siblings and things like that. I might have been in school, the silent one, the quiet one, the one that didn't want to make any waves or problems, the one that kind of kept to herself. And so I'm learning how to break free from that by doing this channel and starting out going, I am worthy, I am capable, I am strong no matter what happened to me in my past. And nobody can judge my past without knowing fully what happened and why it happened and how it happened. And you know you can't judge someone without knowing fully what led up to that point of them becoming that person that did what they did, and whether that is in a psychotic break or somebody that does what they do in life. I'm thinking of I'm thinking of the Charlie Kirk again. We don't really know what led up to that point of him uh, coming to that decision or that conclusion, or who influenced him, or what what caused him to do what he did. So it's hard for me to judge because I've been judged, and I know how hard that is. When somebody comes to conclusions about you that are incorrect or that aren't fully informed. And so I wanted to, kind of just like put that to rest, that when I was upset about that shooting, it was because there was a man that was killed in front of his children. And in my case, it involved children. And people say, there is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. And I am just now coming to, how many decades later after it happened, saying, but you don't know the whole story. You don't know what I was enduring at that time, and the PTSD and the guilt and that shame that I've been holding on to for so long now. It's time to let it go. And you're right, there is no excuse sometimes in life. There is no reason. But if you knew the reason, you might see me differently. You might see me through different eyes. And I do this for my kids. They might not have found these videos yet, but one day they might. And one day they might watch them. And one day they might say, maybe there was a reason that all this happened. And it wasn't just so one day out of the blue, this happened, and people got hurt. So yeah, so I'm learning to let go of that shame, let go of that blame, let go of that guilt, push through the pain, to say, you know, stories can get twisted. Stories can get conceived into something that they aren't. And um and I think that's what happened in my story. And I want my children to know that one day they will be able to, like look at me and say, you did the best you could with what you had. And you did, this platform that I've chosen to take now, we maybe not, they may not understand, um, everything about mental illness or how it happens or how it overtakes people. But they can say, I want to have a family of my own. I want to have children that, and not be afraid of mental illness in the family and things like that. So those are very personal decisions that they have to make, and I support them no matter what they choose, and it's hard, it's a hard decision when it's severe, and they were so little when I was sick. Who knows what's right and wrong in life, And all I can do is to say I'm putting the past behind me, moving on with my life, and hopefully there's a really good outcome from all of it. So, all right, these are the classic tarot cards. Pick 3 cards, one for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. And let's see. So the past, we have the Page of Pentacles. And I love this one because it's like a new page, a new chapter, and holding that seed, that yellow outcome is positive and uplifting and peaceful, and these are just beautiful cards. I just love them. So, all right. So this is the same one we had a couple days ago. The Strength card, that infinity sign over her head, and she's, effortlessly holding that lion's mouth open in strength. And strength is a very important card to me. So, and the third one is the Magician. Then again, the infinity sign above the teacher's head. Yellow, all 3 of them are yellow. That's a very bright, energetic sign. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful cards today, Lord. All right, and then these are the Healing Spirit cards by Gordon Smith. And the intent I want to set in here is the infinity sign. Forever and ever, amen. We're moving on forever and ever and ever. So we're just moving on without guilt and shame anymore. No need for it. All right. And it says, you came to serve. Looks like that. All right. In your life, you have come through dark times and have experienced enough to be able to choose whether you offer your gifts to others. In your heart, you know that everything you have overcome has been a part of the journey that has brought you to this very moment. Your spirit guide has watched over you and is telling you that you are now ready to use your gifts and share them with the world. For everything you have come through has taught you grace and wisdom that you must share. Remember, the one who serves others is served by the highest spirit of all. So that's what I'm trying to do, is serve and share, and become who I'm supposed to be. I'm using this platform to break out of my shell. Like I said in the last chapter, I'm breaking out of my shell, and now I'm releasing that guilt. I'm releasing that shame. I'm releasing that feeling that it is forever, um, forever bad. It doesn't have to be forever bad. We can come together. We can share gifts. We can become one. There was a comment last week, this past week, that said, "We are one. We are the law of oneness." And I love that. I just love that. We are all one. And it doesn't matter what happened 25 years ago in a school setting that was really awful. It was awful, and it's over. It's over, and I'm moving on with my life. And I hope that my kids one day see that I don't have to be stuck in the past forever. And they also don't have to be stuck in the past forever. So, all right. Well, that was it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will chat with you tomorrow.